It's very common for network engineers that when they want to make some small changes in the device configuration, then they do not capture the session output. And if suddenly something goes wrong, then there's outage in the network, you lose the access to the device and you lose track of what you have done. Because while troubleshooting, you may take hundreds of steps and then you lose the track. And if you do not capture the session output, in that case, what happens? You lose everything almost, right? Because you don't have the configuration, you don't know what you have done and what are the commands you have executed. So it's very important. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Never to Do Mistakes for Network Engineers. Today's agenda is about what happens when you do not capture the session output. That means you're accessing a device, you're doing something, maybe you just want to make a small change or you're troubleshooting something, but you did not capture the session output. In that case, what happens? So here on my screen, you can see that if you do not capture the output, then you lose the output simply. If you do not capture your session data or session output, you lose it, right? So there is no clear record of any changes, what you have made and what all the commands you have executed, what was the output of all those commands. So then how to overcome it? That's what we are going to discuss today. It's a very common mistake, assuming that nothing will go wrong when you skip saving your configurations. You do not save the configurations, you do not save your session output. That means you're executing commands in a terminal or a console and you're doing nothing. You're not just capturing anything. You don't have a track of what all commands that you have executed. So this is a very common problem because you are too overconfident. This is why these kind of problems occur. So here one of the problem can be that either you are doing some multitasking. So in that case, you have not captured the session output, or you are too overconfident that whatever you're doing is not going to make any issues in the network. But suddenly there's a downtime in your network. You lose the access of the device. And then what happened? Hours of troubleshooting you're entering hundreds of commands and you lose the track at what all the changes you have made. In those kind of scenarios, without a session record, it becomes really difficult to revert and analyze the configurations. Because first thing, that if you have access to the devices, now you don't know what all commands you have executed. Because again, the terminal has limited set of commands available. And if you're accessing routers, then you do not have the show history command also that can execute the command and you can see what all commands you have executed. In those kind of scenarios, what are you going to do? Are you really going to scroll up all the way up and then, go through every single command and output? No, right? Because that's something not feasible. That's something we are not supposed to do. So how we are going to overcome it? And that's where capturing session output really matters. It prevents loss of configuration and access to the devices. It enables you for quick recovery in case of any errors are there. Also, it helps you in post analysis. Say, for example, you want to raise a support case. So for raising a support case also, you are going to provide them with the diagnostic data. What you have done, what all commands you have executed, what was the output of the commands. So that all things you should give to the the customer support team or the TAC team, right? When you're raising the support cases. So even there, your diagnostic data or your session output, it really matters. So let's see with the help of a small practical that how you can capture. Say for example, you're using Putty or Putty software. So how you're going to capture the session data. Let's discuss about that. If you want to capture, let me directly jump into the practical. So here I have an access of a device that's basically an HQ. Here maybe I'm executing certain commands. Say for example, maybe I'll give enable command, then I'll say show IP interface brief. Okay, you give such kind of command and also you give say show running interface, maybe gig 0/0. Okay, something like that. So you say show interface status. So you can check the interface stats here. Okay, then you're checking show might be crypto IPsec assay, if any IPsec assays are there. So this kind of thing I have checked. Sometimes you may want to check the running config. So you might want to check these kind of things. And now you have executed so many commands. Now, what about capturing the session output then, right? In that case, right now I don't have any data. And if I somehow lose the connection to this device, I don't have anything for me. What I'm going to do, if you want to capture the session output, what you can do is you can just go to your console and just right click and click on change settings. Here, just go for logging, and inside the logging, you can say, I want to capture all session output. And then I'll say maybe something like HQ log or HQ router dot log, and I'll save it in a location, maybe on the desktop simply. Save it and apply it. Now, what are the commands you will execute? So again, show running config I'm giving here. The previous commands, I'm executing all of them again. And then I'm checking crypto AC, and maybe I'm checking interface stats. After that, I'm executing maybe your IP configuration. So these kind of things, these are a few of the commands that I have executed, right? If I go and check my desktop, so here you can see the HQ router. If I right click and open it with Notepad, now you can see my output. You're able to see with the timestamp at what time your logging started, and these all the commands and output. Whatever the commands you executed, so output of all those commands, as you can see here. So it captures your CLI and whatever the commands you're executing, as well as it is also capturing the output of the commands. So that way, what you can do is you can go and have something for you, right? Like what all changes you have made. So already you can see, it's 288 lines output here. When you have a large output, you may not scroll all the way up, or you may lose the context, right? So this data really helps you to make and track the changes you have made over time. Okay, so whenever you're making any changes in the device, make sure to download it. And another thing I'll show you here is, say for example, this more. This is something you're getting, right? So over and over again, you have to hit enter if the output is large enough, more than one page. So you have to hit space button to go to the next page and all, right? Page by page scrolling you have to do. So what it can do is, for further output, let me just go and stop for once. You can also close it if you want to stop, or let's store it to the new file. I'll change it. I'll say again logging, and I'll create a new file this time. HQ router 2. This is the second file. I'll say save it, apply it. And now, if you want to change, right? So you can say terminal length, and here you can give the length. Okay. So in the length, you see here that it prints, you have options for 0 to 512 lines, right? And if you want that, okay, you should not get the more option. Okay, it should just scroll all the way. Entire output should be there, and you should not be making any enter hits, right? You should not hit enter for the next page and all. So you can give it 0. If I say terminal length 0, so before giving terminal length 0, let me show you the output once again. If I say, say for example, show running config, now it will show me some output. Then it tells me that, okay, there is a more. I'll press a space, again more, right? This is happening right now. And now what I'll do is, I'll just scroll it, and I'll say terminal length 0. This is done. And now if I say same show running config, you see, it has taken the entire config now. So that's how you can capture the session output. And whenever you want to stop, what you can do is just right click, change settings, go to logging, click on none, and apply. Or simply you can just go and close the window also. That is not going to save. Okay, that will stop the login. So that's how you can capture everything. And again, if I open it with Notepad++, so you have it, you see. Now, initially we were seeing the more. After that, I scrolled a lot, and then I gave terminal and 0. So I have the track of all the changes, right? Overall commands I have executed. Once I have done that, after that I executed the command show running config, and now you do not see the more key. That's not available anymore. So that's how it helps to capture the session output. We have talked about the terminal length command. So this gives you the output, saves you time, avoid multiple enter presses and all, and also helps you to build, an output or data or diagnostic data that you can give to the support, that you can upload for your support cases. So there are certain best practices, although we have already discussed it. You should always save your configurations regularly. You should use the right command, right memory command to save the configurations inside your device itself. You can take backup of your configurations regularly onto the TFTP or FTP servers. That is also helpful. And the output, to keep a track of what all changes you are making over time, what all commands you have executed, you should always capture the session output, right? So capture the session logs during every configuration or troubleshooting activity. Always maintain organized backups for your reference, and never assume, that's the biggest mistake. Never assume that nothing will go wrong if you do not save the session output. Okay. So you have to be proactive. You have to go and save everything. You have to keep a record of almost everything, whatever you are doing. And the most important thing is you have to understand, the criticality of your work and your role. The place you're sitting at, entire infra is depending on you. So it's your responsibility that you take care of it. That's all for this video. If you find this video informative, do like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in another video.